she failed. Uja, Uben Nefer. If you want to follow along with the program today, you can go to my website at tchiya.com/Sekhmet ends the world. So let me put that in here. All right. Okay, we're going to start in about 2 minutes. Thank you for being here. Whoa. And yes, I'm wearing a red dress today in honor of Sekhmet. And I don't think you can see it. I'm drinking hibiscus tea from the Nile Valley. And I just put on all my red today. I normally wear white. I felt like wearing red. Uben Nefer. Peace and love. Okay, so yes, if you want to follow along, it's tchiya.com/Sekhmet ends the world, which is the name of the broadcast for today. I'm going to take this down. Before we begin, I wanted to, open up the altar and show some of the items on the altar. So we begin with the opening prayer. From the, oops. From the Shatao Netter Prayer Manual. I've already made the offerings, and then I'll talk about the offerings after the puja. Uja for being present. Yes, you're my brother. One race, human race, many people, many locations, many cultures, many tribes, many nations. According to the Hopi and the Lakota traditions, we have indigenous people to the north, south, east, and west, and we all come from one. So here is the prayer manual, and recite this offering, divine offering prayer. Hotepti nesunetra anpu wat neptaja ser pakadu kaka ped sineta ari makadu. Hotepti nesunetra anpu wat neptaja ser pakadu kaka ped sineta ari makadu. Hotepti nesunetra anpu wat neptaja ser pakadu kaka ped sineta ari makadu. Hotepti nesunetra anpu wat neptaja ser pakadu kaka ped sineta ari makadu. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity and to Anpu, preparer of the traveler, and Wepwat, opener of the ways, Lord of the sacred land. The spoken offering is 1,000 beef complete maleness and 1,000 geese complete femaleness. This causes the divine to make one true of speech and enlightened being. And remember, we've spoken about how Sevama teaches us when we're offering the 1,000 beef complete maleness, that refers to our physical nature, our material longings and desires, and especially our sexual drive, our sexual nature. And then the 1,000 geese complete femaleness refers to our mindset, which can be filled with millions of thoughts like birds flying away. And that's what we offer up to the netters to be purified and, resolved. Before we go on, I want to point out some of the items. Like I said, I'm wearing all red because Sekhmet is the goddess who loves red, probably because it reminds her of blood, but we won't go there. And I have a beautiful statue from Kemet. Someone brought it back for me. The one year I wasn't able to go. I wanted to go, I didn't get to go, and they found this outside the Temple of Heru. And I have a smaller statue of Heteru that I got at the Temple of Heteru. And I have this beautiful fragrance Sekhmet. I don't know what it's made of, but it's red, you can see. And then I have a glass of kombucha, which is like that sparkly beverage. It's kind of like it's fermented, so it's kind of like beer, but I don't drink beer. And so I have this in honor of the Sekhmet. I think that's how it's pronounced. And I'm out of candles, so I have my aromatherapy. Oh, let's see if you can see this on the altar. My aromatherapy diffuser, which is set to the color red, but it's bright out, you can't see. And I have this beautiful bowl of red fruit, strawberries and raspberries. And I have my chakra stones and a sistrum, removing chaos and negativity, representing the upper chakras and the heart chakra with Goddess Chant on both sides, representing Nebuchadnezzar and Aset. And this wonderful book, Raseki Kemetic Reiki. This is volume 2, level 2. I lent my level 1 book to someone, and I hope to get it back. So those are the things on the offering table for today. All right, so now we're going to open up the way with Anpu. Oh, yes, kombucha. I've started just keeping it stocked in my fridge. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Remove obstacles in my success, in my spiritual practice. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Lead souls in the narrow pathways to know the difference between real and unreal. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Messenger in heaven and hell. Days like a night, golden as a day. Equally watchful by night as by day. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. May Anpu make my thighs firm, so that I can stand upon them. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. I washed myself in the waters where Anpu washed himself, where he was the officer of embalmer and bandager. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. Oh, Anpu, open the ways. My lips are the lips of Anpu. 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 A tap. Looks like there's some more comments here. Self-produce. Yes, that's right. It was spread worldwide. The wisdom teachings of ancient Kemet were spread even in Europa. The many traditions are connected to this. It's so obvious. Some wise person told me that the culture is even older than we think it is, and that the Kemet ones are the ones who wrote it down. But it had been in existence for much longer than that. Do it for your comments. And here's my wonderful brother, Patrick. Ashe, my beautiful sister. You are doing a wonderful job teaching. Thank you for being here, even if you just drop in. I just made an app called Gates of Anpu. An app. Oh, an EP. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, my first devotional EP was for Anpu, Open the Way. Alrighty then. Let's see. Could you Cash App me $5 for food. Well, my dear, I just cannot do that. I just got on food stamps myself, so I could send you some food stamps. Alrighty then. Let's get on with the program. Like I said, if you want to follow along, there's a blog post at Tchiya.com. Sekhmet ends the world. So we're just going to be following that. Did our on-pu offerings. Now we're going to do and I don't know what happened, YouTube. They're no longer letting me share my screen. And I keep saying I'm going to work on that. But I will work on it. For the person who's asking money for food, I do suggest you check out one of my websites, openyourmoneyflow.com. And it's got so many affirmations and intentions and ideas to help you open your money flow and then heal in your root chakra. So check that out. All right, so next on the list is some offerings for Nebuchadnezzar. I think this necklace is coming off. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying again. Someone gifted me this dress last summer, and it's just been sitting in my closet. So I decided why not wear my red today? And this necklace was also a gift. Okay. So again, this is a Sapriwa. It's a Ghanaian harp made by Louis Afrifa. So this first chant, Om Nebuchadnezzar Kepra Asar Om, is honoring the transformation or appearance of Nebuchadnezzar as the all-encompassing divinity. And then he appears as a Neteru, a cosmic force in the form of Khepri, who's the creator of creation. And then Khepri, created all the other gods and goddesses, including setting Ra up as creation, and then came forth in a human form as Asar. Om Nebuchadnezzar Kepra Asar Om. 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 Now we have another song for Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar is the all-encompassing divinity. Nebuchadnezzar is known as the one divinity, known by many, many names. The one who thought, and all of this became a reality. The one who loved himself so much that this creation was born. Another tradition is the one who thinks the breath. I like that one. So this hekau is from the Temple of Aset Wisdom Teachings, where the first line is Ma'apu'u, and the gods and goddesses, after Ra has been poisoned by Aset, the gods and goddesses come running to find out what's wrong with him. And they're going, Ma'apu'u, Ma'apu'u, what's going on? What's going on? So I made that the first line of this song. And this song is, no matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. Ma'apu'u, anemu nemu. And then the next line is in English. Ma'apu'u, anemu nemu. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. When you know never journey, you know everything. 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 Yeah. You can find a version of that song. It's not officially released, but you can find it on Bandcamp, Tchiya.com/Bandcamp or something like that. A lot of the devotional songs that I've written, they're the songwriter's version you can find on Bandcamp. They have not officially been released yet. Uja, Ubenefer, good and grand rising. Am I doing questions, Mama? Not today. Today is Ancient African Adorations. But if you post your question on one of my other posts, I will get to it. And I assure you I will start doing the readings again. You were at my live last week. And I missed your question. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Just post it in one of the other TikTok videos. And today I have like 3 people that have questions. So I'm going to try to get to them today. It might not be till tomorrow. Okay. But thank you so much for being here. All right. Now we're going to move into one of the first songs I wrote, comedic songs I wrote. I have another sip of hibiscus tea. Somebody told me when I sip the tea near the microphone, it's really loud. Yes, just post your question in one of the other TikToks and I'll get to it. I assure you I will. So this next hekau, like I said, is the first one that I wrote. And it's for Aset and Sekhmet. And it was sent to us in an email, the lyrics, when one of our temple members had been in a car accident, and they asked us to offer this chant, and this wonderful melody came through. Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Arimes, Ankuja Senem, Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Arimes, Ankuja Senem, Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Arimes, Ankuja Senem. And if there's someone that you know that is needing healing, you can just chant out their name or type it in the chat, or just visualize the sounds surrounding them and bringing them healing and enlightenment. Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Arimes, Ankuja Senem, Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Arimes, Ankuja Senem, Ankuja Senem, Ankuja Senem, Ankuja Senem. Adorations to Goddess Sekhmet, power of the life force energy. Adorations to Goddess Aset, Lady of wisdom and healing words of power. Do for this child life, vitality, and health. Hajat. Dua Sevamna, and Dua Sekhmet, and Dua Aset. Okay. This is a song I wrote on the piano. I don't usually play it on the harp. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't come out right, I'll just sing it a cappella. So this hekau came about because at a time when I was really striving to remember my divinity. Like it would just go out the window. I'd forget about it. And I'd have the teachings in my mind, but they weren't like in my body yet. And so I would still, blow up and get angry and get really depressed for a long time. Not like now, just I can get over it. So this one is just to help me be reminded, help me to remember to be enlightened in every moment. Let's see. Here we go. Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Tchiya Sekhmet, Nipu Sekhmet, Nipu Sekhmet, Nipu Sekhmet, Nipu Sekhmet. Oh, there we go. Every moment be enlightened. In every encounter, see the true essence. In every situation, rise above it. In every adversity, see the gift of it all. Do a segment, do a segment, do a segment, do a segment. Nope, don't like that. If I don't like it, I'll stop. I'm not one of those. It has to be, the show must go on. If it doesn't sound right, I'm not going to do it. Let's try this one. Do a segment, do a segment, do a segment, do a segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment. In every moment be enlightened. In every encounter, see the true essence. In every situation, rise above it. In every adversity, see the gift of it all. Do a segment, do a segment, do a segment, do a segment. Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment. In every moment be enlightened. In every encounter see the true essence. In every situation rise above it. In every adversity, see the gift of it all. Do a segment, do a segment, do a segment, do a segment. Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment, Nupu segment. Yes, when I first wrote that song, that was really what helped me. Like when you're having a difficult time with someone, that's when in every encounter, see the true essence. Remember to see their divinity. Remember that, we call them into our creation so that we could have this experience, so that we could remember our divinity, turn to nurture, and, continue on our journey to enlightenment. Every situation rise above it. Like I said before, no matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it, take you off of your inner throne. Every adversity, see the gift of it all. That's, like Bob Marley says, no matter what the crisis is, give Jah your thanks and praises. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. See the gift in every adversity. Every adversity is prosperity. Every prosperity is adversity. That's a Kemetic proverb. Okay, this is a Hekau. It came to me when I was in Kemet the most recent time in 2020. I was standing between the iconography of Goddess Sekhmet and Goddess Net. They had their hands in the Dua posture or the Raseki posture with the Nini energy flowing out of their hands. They were purifying the other person. And I also saw that to be as protection. So this one I wrote on the sister. So this is for Sekhmet and Net. They're both warrior goddesses. Sekhmet is a healer warrior goddess, and Net is the one that weaves protection around us. We have like this protective sheath. And they also say, it's also been said she weaves the creation, and we have to lift the veil of creation to see beyond the illusion. Oh, there's some more questions. Oh, thank you so much. Is that also on Bandcamp? That recent song is not on Bandcamp yet. I have a million songs waiting to be recorded and put on Spotify, YouTube, and everything. And it's taken a long time to get the my little home studio set up. There was a glitch. It took us 3 months to figure it out, and I figured it out. I was calling technical support and everything. So now I just have to make time and get them all recorded. So thank you for asking. You might find a version of that on YouTube. Like I said, I wrote it for my band, so I played it on the keyboards, but I don't know if it's separated. Like it might just be like a clip of the whole thing. I don't know, but thank you for asking. Okay, and the here we go. Oh, so what are the words? Do a Sekhmet, do a Net. That's Adorations. Oh, Goddess Chant. That's protection and spiritual purification, protective energy. Do a Sekhmet, do a Net. 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 On the dead, and I need. 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 Do a Sekhmet, do a Net. 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 On the dead, and I need. 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 Do a Sekhmet, do a Net. 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 On the dead, and I need. 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 Do a Sekhmet, do a Net. 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 Yeah. So we're being showered with love and protection. I threw peace in there, with peace and love and spiritual victory and knowledge and all the good things that the goddess Sekhmet represents, even though today we are remembering the time when she ended the world. Oh, wow, there's more people here. Press that like button. Thank you. Oh, do a self-produce. Okay, I can't wait to hear your music. Make sure you send me the link. Okay, let's see what is next. Okay, one more, and then we're going to move into the teachings. Okay, this is a fun one. It's another one on the system. It's about order, divine order. And this song honors 4 forms of this order. Order in our sacred space, order in our minds, order in our day. That's when I referred to Sekhmet, having the discipline to stick to my schedule and not pick up the phone and not, say yes to things I don't have time to. That's when I call in Sekhmet, just to say, nope, can't do it. nope, gotta stop doing this and move to the next thing. And then order in our life. That's Ma'at. And this one is also not released yet. Order in my space, order in my mind. Order in my mind, order in my day. Order in my day, order in my life. Order in my life, order in my space. Dua Nebuchadnezzar. Order in my space. Dua Sasheta. Order in my mind. Dua Sekhmet. Order in my day. Dua mind. Order in my life. Order in my space, order in my mind. Order in my mind, order in my day. Order in my day, order in my life. Order in my life, order in my space. Dua Nebuchadnezzar. Order in my space. Dua Sasheta. Order in my mind. Dua Sekhmet. Order in my day. Dua mind. Order in my life. Order in my space, order in my mind. Order in my mind, order in my day. Order in my day, order in my life. Order in my life, order in my space. Nupu Nebuchadnezzar. Order in my space. Nupu Zasheta. Order in my mind. Nupu Sekhmet. Order in my day. Nupu Ma. Order in my life. Tap. Let me tell you that heck out works wonders. Works wonders in your practical reality. Calling the Netros to help you keep your life in divine right order. All right. Oh, said I had one more. I'm going to do some teachings and then get into this other one. So let me move this down. Okay. Any more comments over here? Okay, great. Self-produce. All right, so the first reading, like I said, the first section of readings is just from the web, the internet, Egyptologists, anybody who's out there, tour guides, Wikipedia, encyclopedias, and then we go deeper into the wisdom with Temple of Shatanet, Temple of Aset, Say by Ma, Dr. Mona Ashby, and then we have music with the scriptures. All right, so this is from Wikipedia. Remember, today we're honoring the day when Sekhmet ends the world. Now that sounds terrible. That sounds dreadful. And we're going to find out that that's actually a good thing. And yes, she did get carried away And the best thing is that she remembered who she is and was able to come back to her divinity. But she was sent to the earth to destroy. So we can't be mad at her about that. Oh, do it for your presence. Your presence is a gift to me. Otherwise, I'd be here by myself. And I wouldn't have gotten all dressed up. I would have just been in my pajamas. Not just kidding. I get dressed up when I do my devotion sometimes. Sometimes I'm just in between chores and I just have a minute. But most of the time I get dressed up. Okay. So this is from wikipedia.org/Sekhmet. Sekhmet was the daughter of the sun god and was among the more important of the goddesses who acted as the vengeful manifestation of Ra's power, the Eye of Ra. Sekhmet was said to breathe fire, and the hot winds of the desert were likened to her breath. She was also believed to cause plagues, which were called her servants or messengers, although she was also called upon to ward off disease. So if she's sent to earth by Ra to do these things, then Ra was obviously trying to eliminate unrighteous people. I mean, their RAU, they weren't working on their RAU, they weren't working on their devotion. Maybe next, see you next lifetime. In a myth about the end of Ra's rule on earth, Ra sends the goddess Heteru in the form of Sekhmet to destroy mortals who conspired against him. In the myth, Sekhmet's blood lust was not quenched at the end of the battle that led to her destroying almost all of humanity. To stop her, Ra poured out beer, Jed, that's what this represents, although it's not red. This represents I thought it was the church. I guess it's more than one name. Poured out beer dyed with red ochre, or hematite, so that it resembled blood. Oh, I could have put my tea bag in there. Here, I'll do that. Put some tea in there, and then it'll look red. No, it's kind of crazy. There we go. I'm adding hibiscus tea so it'll look red. Okay, one more. Okay, well, you get the idea. Okay, so that it resembled blood. Mistaking the beer for blood, she became so drunk that she gave up the slaughter and returned peacefully to Ra. The same myth was also described in the prognosis text of the calendar of lucky and unlucky days of Papyrus, Cairo 86637. Notice how they completely leave out Jehuti, the cosmic mind, and how the beer was used to get her to calm down. And then Jehuti took her through, a process to help her remember her divinity. And so the Egyptologists just leave that out. In other versions, the story of Sekhmet grew angered at the deception and left Kemet, diminishing the power of the sun. This threatened the power and security of the world. Thus, she was persuaded by the god Jehuti to return and destroy the sun to its full glory. Okay, well, at least they mentioned it there. Yeah, at another Natirian holy day, we honor the time when Heteru left Kemet and went to, did she go to Ethiopia? Ethiopia or Oslo? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Ethiopia. During an annual festival held at the beginning of the year, a festival of intoxication, which is this March 12th, the Egyptians danced and played music to soothe the wildness of the goddess, and drank great quantities of wine ritually to imitate the extreme drunkenness that stopped the wrath of the goddess when she almost destroyed humanity. This may relate to averting excessive flooding during the inundation at the beginning of each year as well, when the Nile ran blood red with the silt from upstream. Now, when they said at the beginning of the year, I don't know what year they were referring to. So I know that she had a festival on March 12th. And then this is from Storyboard That Mythology / Sekhmet. And this is a site for children, well, for teachers teaching children in elementary school. Sekhmet was the daughter of Ra and another incarnation of the goddess Heteru. When Ra decided he was going to destroy mankind, Hathor Heteru turned into Sekhmet, a bloodthirsty being who unleashed her rage and violence on humans in return for their indifference and disobedience to the gods. She wrought havoc on the earth, almost destroying all of mankind, drinking the blood of the dead and dying as she went along. Finally, Ra realized that he had made a mistake, but he could stop. But he could, I think it should be, he could not stop Sekhmet. He devised a plan to brew some beer and dye it red and poured it onto the ground below. Sekhmet thought the beer was blood, drank it all, causing her to be drunk and eventually pass out. When she awoke, she was the kindly Hathor again. This episode is thought to explain the flooding of the Nile each year when it turns red with silt and Sekhmet swallowing the river back to keep it from destroying Kemet. Many traditions of the story, however, separated the two beings from one another. At this point, Heteru went back to Ra, but Sekhmet remained as well, continuing to cause war and fire wherever she can find an opportunity. Sekhmet was also associated with desert winds, both pleasing and unpleasing, depending upon her mood. She was thought to bring natural disasters as well, and ancient Kemetians often held festivals with lots of alcohol to keep her inebriated and thus appeased. Festivals were often held at the end of a battle or war, too, in order to keep the bloodshed from beginning again. Man, I can't imagine telling that to a room full of children and then expecting them to ever want to study African history or culture. Then here's an inscription from a statue of Sekhmet. The good God, the Lord of action, Nebmat Ra Amenhotep III, beloved of Sekhmet, the mistress of dread, who gives life eternally, the son of the god Ra in his own body, Amenhotep, ruler of Waset, beloved of Sekhmet, the mistress of dread, who gives life eternally. Wonder if she had dreadlocks. All right, and I have a statue of Sekhmet here. I wonder if there's an inscription on the back sometimes. Oh, look at that. I never even looked at the back. There is an inscription on the back. Let's see if I recognize. I recognize Kepra, and that's what I recognize. I have to check my notes. I have never looked at the back of this, so that's more homework for me. Pretty awesome. And there's still on the bottom, the base too. I've never looked at it this closely. Yay! All right. How are we doing on the clock? All right, so here are some passages from a Book of the Dead. Remember, there's many different versions of the Book of the Dead. I use the one published by Dr. Ashby. But the Book of the Dead is a collection of spells or incantations, prayers, intentions, instructions, strategies for waking up after your body dies, or waking up while you're in your body and you've been brainwashed and conditioned by society for your whole life. And, we should read from it when someone is dying or when they've passed away at the memorial, but we should read it for ourselves as much as possible. Uja. So this is, what resource is this? This is from ancientworlds.net. But in spite of the fact that she is sometimes destructive, her qualities as healer, mother, and protector are often overlooked. In the realm of ancient Kemetic medicine, almost all healers and surgeons of ancient Kemet would most certainly have fallen under Sekhmet's jurisdiction. Sekhmet was mentioned a number of times in the spells of the Book of the Dead. So here are some different qualities of Sekhmet. I'm going to play the harp while I read them. Let's make this a little bigger. If you're wondering about my glasses, these are not sunglasses, they're pinhole glasses. And they force your eyes to focus, thus making them stronger instead of weakening your eyes and by magnifying what you're looking at. Oops. Are you going to help me out here? Mm-hmm. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what I just did. But still there. Pushed the wrong button. Uh-oh. I definitely pushed the wrong button. See if I can get back to the site. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sekhmet dash in dash the dash wall. Can it come back? There we go. Okay. That was a little messy. Whew. All right. Ooh. Okay, change the view. All right. Let's see. Where was I? I was going to start seating again. That's a little too big. Okay, so here's some references to Sekhmet found in the Book of the Dead. And I'm just going to play some music while I read them. The chapter of driving back. The slaughters which are performed in Hansu. My back and my belly are the back and the belly of Sekhmet. My buttocks are the buttocks of the eye of Heru. The chapter of giving a heart to the Assad. May the goddess Sekhmet raise me and lift me up. Let me ascend into heaven. Let that which I command be performed in a Gupta. I know how to use my heart. I am the master of my heart. I am master of my hands and arms. I am master of my legs, and I have the power to do that which my God desireth to do. My heart, soul shall be not kept a prisoner in my body. At the gates of Amentet, when I would go in and come out and go forth and come forth in peace. And this is the Minifer triad of Nefertim, Sekhmet, and Ptah. The Asar, whose word is true, I have made supplication to the Kati gods and to Sekhmet in the temple of Nin. For of the aged ones. I have approached with worship the true Kartika and Sekhmet, who are in the temple of the aged one in our room. From the chapter of opening the mouth. I am the goddess Sekhmet, and I take my seat upon the place by the side of my Mentor, the great wind of heaven. And at the same website, she has, or I don't know if they have listed 100 names of Goddess Sekhmet. So that would be a really good resource for you. I was thinking about reciting them, and then I decided to just go right into the next section of this program, because we have our own Kemetic Ra Seiki temple. I'm sure you're familiar with Ra Seiki, Kemetic Reiki, and overseer of this temple and preceptor of this wisdom is Rakit Kajara Niyaya Nebenhet. And she's got several. This is level 2. Like I said, I lent out my level 1 book, and I'm trying to get it back now. So if you've been trained in Reiki, you really ought to check out Ra Seiki. And if you've been curious about Reiki, but you didn't want to study from the Japanese tradition, and you know there was a Kemetic version, well, someone has already brought forth these teachings. And you have the Kemetic symbols for your Reiki symbols, and the level 1 is a lot about the chakras. This one is about different healing tools and instruments. We've got sound healing instruments, mantras. This is such a great book. And when I was getting ready for this presentation, I realized that even though I took level 2, I've only been working with my level 1. So I'm glad my friend has my level 1 book, because now I've got to get more into this one. So she's got Adorations to Sekhmet. I'm just going to offer those now. This is from page 76 and 77. Similar stature to the one that I already have. And let's see. Let me do it on time. Oh, well, it takes as long as it takes. Behold, I smell the earth before the mighty one. Behold, how I have kept the vigil in the shrine of Sekhmet. Behold, I am the child of Sekhmet, the lady of the east. I am with her. I am one with her. I am Sekhmet, and the flames of all those who praise her. I am the hand of the powerful goddess, wearer of the solar disk. I am the twice beautiful one, more splendid than yesterday. I am she who goes forth with Ra. I am she. My hair is the hair of Sekhmet, the golden one. My eyes are the eyes of the lioness. My ears are the ears of the goddess. My nose is the nose of she who can sniff out all evil. My teeth are the fangs which can devour the darkness. My neck is as the neck of the divine goddess. My hands are the hands with long claws. My forearms are the forearms of the mighty one. My backbone is golden, and it shines with splendor. My chest is the chest of the mighty one of terror. My belly and back are the belly and back of Sekhmet. My buttocks are strong as the goddess. My hips and legs are the hips and legs of the goddess. My feet are the clawed feet of the lion goddess. There is no part of me that is not of this goddess. I am Sekhmet, who cometh forth in the dawn. I am the power of Ra by day. I shall not be dragged back by my arms, and none shall lay violent hands upon me, lest I destroy them utterly. Neither man nor God shall hurt me, nor shall the living, nor shall the holy dead detain me, nor shall the demons destroy me in battle. For I am Sekhmet, and I shall eat off their faces. I am she who cometh forth. I am yesterday, and I am the seer of millions of years. I am the power of the divine judge. I dwell in the east. I am the lady of eternity, the unveiled one. My name is created to My name is created to defy all evil. I am the flame that shineth in the sanctuary. I am Sekhmet, mystery Sekhmet, Jewel Sekhmet. And then she has this other one. This one is for prayer for courage. Uh-oh. Ya Sekhmet, Ya Sekhmet, Ya Sekhmet, Jua Sekhmet, oh Sekhmet. Mightier than the Netaru, great one of fury, come forth to me. Shine your light on me. Shine your light within me. Bring light where there is darkness. Oh, Sekhmet. She who travels in lightning. Remove my fears. Give me the courage to stand on and speak up with righteousness and truth. Today and every day, may it be so. Do our Sekhmet, do our Sekhmet. Okay, so it is. So remember last time we talked about being in the storm, and I said has the wisdom teachings to calm the storm, and we can call on Sekhmet, to defeat the storm, to defeat the ego. That's what this is about. Sekhmet was sent to the earth to eliminate egoism on the earth, and it overtook her, and then she became egoism herself. And then it was the wisdom teachings of Jehuti that brought her back to her divinity. And it's the wisdom teachings of Jehuti that can bring us back to our divinity. Not everybody's into that, but maybe since you're on this call, you must be. So this reminds me of the last presentation. I could not remember the Kemetic proverb, and I did find it in my notes. Sistrum, lyre. It's I just call it a Kemetic harp. I got it at Kemet, Edfu, out that little market outside the Temple of Hedu. It's it's beautiful. It's in the shape of a lotus flower, and it's got the camels and the pyramids of Giza, and it's got these crocodiles here. That could either be Sobek or Set. Maybe one is Sobek, one is Set. I don't know. It's just beautiful. Oh, I got it. It's kind of delicate though. It's never tuned the same, so I can't really. I don't know. Anyway, okay. What else have we got for you today? Oh, I was going to read this. This is a Kemetic proverb. It is not possible to give oneself to the body and the bodiless, things perishable and things divine. The one who has the will to choose is left the choice of one or other, for it can never be the two should meet. And in those souls to whom the choice is left, the waning of the one causes the other's growth to show itself. Right. So, like when I was attempting to share my music, it was very spiritual music, and I wanted it to be commercially successful and profitable like other musicians. And took me a long time to realize and accept that they're on two different tracks. If you choose commercialism, then you're going to be commercially successful. If you choose spiritually, you're going to be spiritually victorious and abundant. And it's not going to look the same way as it looks for people who've chosen commercialism. And I'm not judging. I just had to accept that it's just going to look different. And I'm not limiting how it's going to look. I am trusting that I will still be prosperous someday. But it's just going to be different. It's going to be because I'm attempting to stay on the path towards enlightenment. When Jehuti came in baboon form, yes, exactly. So now we're going to have a little bit of reading about that. That's what's next. This program is definitely going to be longer than I planned. I should be used to that by now. All right, so let's go to the Goddess book, and then that'll have the story. So here I have the Goddess book by Dr. Maude Ashby. It's a great reference for all the goddesses. It's got some rituals, holy days. It's got the parables of Jehuti. It's great. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm not going to read the parables, but I will read the introduction, and then we'll jump to the end. I have done programs on the parables of Jehuti, so if you look online, you should be able to find them. The Festival of Heteru, there's like so many. So this is the story of Heteru and Jehuti, which was written in ancient Egypt thousands of years ago, possibly hundreds of thousands of years ago. I added that. It was told on temple inscriptions. Heteru is the goddess of beauty and passion. She has many forms. At times she is a beautiful woman. Other times she is a cow. So others she is the eye of Ra, the very scorching power of the sun itself. Creation story. Ra is the creator of the universe. He's the very source of all that exists. And remember, Ra is not actually the source. Nebuchadnezzar is the source. Khepri created creation, and Ra is creation. So Ra is a symbol of all that exists, source of all that exists. But that's like a higher advanced teaching. The Pauti or Ennead, or 9 divinities, the primordial gods and goddesses of creation, emanated from the Supreme Being. Ra or Ra-Tim arose out of the Nu, the primeval waters, the hidden essence, and began sailing the boat of millions of years, which included the Neteru. The Neteru of the Pauti are Ra-Atum, Shu, Tef, Nut, Geb, Nut, Asar, Aset, Set, and Nebuhet. Jehuti, Heteru, and Mot came into existence at the instant of creation. One day, Heteru left Kemet and traveled south into the land of Nubia. Oh, that's what it was, Nubia. She transformed herself into the form of a lioness or lynx. When she left Egypt, it was devastated. Gloom filled the atmosphere. Everything was in decline. The forces of darkness, chaos, injustice, unrighteousness, and evil began to take control of the land. because Heteru, who was the power of Ra, which he used to uphold righteousness and truth, had left the land. Ra, the supreme being, creator of the gods and goddesses, and the entire universe, became sorrowful at the loss of his daughter, his very power. Heteru took pleasure in her new form. She killed everything she could find. She lived in the forest and took delight in causing fear and pain. Ra called the gods and goddesses and asked who would bring his beautiful daughter back. Everyone was afraid because, as the eye of Ra, Heteru held the power of life and death over all things. In her new form, Heteru lived the life of a predator. She hunted and killed anything that came into her view without discrimination or remorse. So Ra called the god Jehuti and asked him to find and bring back the beautiful Heteru. Jehuti realized that if he was to accomplish this dangerous task, he would need to be clever in order to avoid being Heteru's next meal. Jehuti transformed himself into the form of a bamboo, a harmless bamboo, and then he set out to find Heteru. He found Heteru sitting alone, licking her paws. He crept closer to her and made noise to announce his approach. When Heteru realized that something was approaching, she immediately took an offensive stance and prepared to fight. Then Jehuti called out, "Hail, O beautiful daughter of the sun." As soon as Heteru noticed that it was only a baboon, she took poise, and immediately Jehuti asked if he could speak with her. And then we go through the 4 parables and the wisdom of origins of creation. You can find those broadcasts if you look through. And then the conclusion. This is when, after the 4th parable, she remembered. I call it spiritual amnesia. She came out of her amnesia. As they entered Kemet, the goddess was met with praises from the people who were rejoicing at her return. Before entering the city of Waset, Heteru lay down to rest. She fell asleep, and the watchful eye of Jehuti looked after her as she withdrew into the land of slumber. I guess this is talking about where she fell asleep after she drank all the sedert. The enemies of Ra were not pleased with her return, so they plotted against her. In the middle of the night, they sent a serpent of chaos to poison her in order to leave Ra defenseless, deprived of his protecting eye. However, Jehuti, cosmic mind, who was vigilant all of the time, noticed the serpent and woke Heteru. Still in the form of a wildcat, Heteru leaped on the serpent and broke the serpent's back. She was grateful to Jehuti and recalled the wonderful parable of the mouse and the lion. She knew now that everything that Jehuti had said was true. In the city of Waset, there was a great feast in her honor, which lasted for 7 days. Heteru was so gratified that she transformed back into the form of a beautiful, soothing, gentle, and kind woman. Then she and Jehuti continued to move northward. They reached the sacred city of Anu, Heliopolis, the home of Ra. Also, there was rejoicing in the city of Hetkupata. When Heteru and Ra held each other once again, all of the gods and goddesses rejoiced. Jehuti transformed himself back into his original form, and then Heteru recognized him, and her heart looked on him with love and gratitude. Let's close that part out with Shua Heteru Netrita. Shua Heteru Sekima. Shua Heteru Netrita. Shua Heteru Sekima. Okay. Yes, this is going to go past an hour and a half, so I apologize for such a long broadcast. I have so much to share. Okay. Per Emeru, compiled by Saber Ma, page 100. That's the wrong one. Page 100. Oops. Oh, okay. So just talking about some of the aspects of Sekhmet. Another important form of the goddess is known as Sekhmet Basra. Sekhmet Basra is a composite depiction of the goddess encompassing the female head, lioness head, and vulture head, symbolizing all of the attributes of the goddesses as well as the attributes of the gods. This is a recognition that all things in creation are not absolutely male or female. All of creation is a combination of female and male elements. Therefore, since creation is androgynous, so too divinity and the human soul are also androgynous. This understanding is reflected in the following instruction from Aset to Heru in the Asarian Resurrection, verse 125. Heru asked, "O Divine Mother, how are male and female souls produced?" Aset answered, "Souls, Heru, my son, are of the same nature in themselves, and that they are from one and the same place, where the Creator modeled them. Neither male nor female are they. Sex, i.e. gender, is a thing of bodies, not of souls." And then we have here that connection with the cats. Cats have an inimical relationship with serpents. I guess because they're always slaying serpents. In ancient Kemetic mythology, the serpent of darkness is seen as the embodiment of ignorance and evil, which threatens the movement of the boat of Ra, which prevents spiritual aspiration from attaining enlightenment. Therefore, the goddess in the form of a cat, Bast, or the lioness, Tefnut Sekhmet, is seen as the warrior and champion of the gods, Asar and Heru, as well as the aspirant. She is the one who paves the way for spiritual evolution by destroying the evil of ignorance and sinfulness in the human heart. So as you can see, Sekhmet gets a pretty, negative representation. She's just doing her job. If people weren't acting that way, then we wouldn't have to send her to Earth to destroy them. And, when we look at wars and floods and plagues and illnesses, one of the viewers from last week was reminding me we can't get caught up in the emotionality or even the humanity of the incident because we are not aware of their REU. Their REU is why they're having these experiences, and something in their past required them to go through that experience. So, sometimes I get caught up, like when I was talking about the Arisha myth last time, and, two people had to remind me that don't apply, and say my mom had to remind me several years ago, don't apply human values to the Neteru. They've got a whole nother value system that we are not familiar with at all. Okay. And I think now we're going to get into Say My Ma. Oh. Cardian Room Volume 1. Oh, that's another book. Okay. Page 73, 78. I think this is just more of what I already read. Some people complained about his books because he has like same information from book to book, and that's because he wants you to have the whole story. And, it's just how you look at it. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to save this till the end. 73, 78. Yeah, that's just what we just read. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move to Say My Ma's books. Yes. Okay, so we have Pert and Maru, Volume 1. Well, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to take a little break, and this is a chakra alignment. It's a hekau with the Kemetic names of the chakras. Sefik Bara is also called Aritus, and Sekhmet is definitely connected to the Sefik Bara. So, I got my crystals. That'll make it take longer. I'm just going to use the whole bag. So, the first one, in this tradition, we start at the root chakra and move up. In some traditions, you start at the crown chakra and move down, but we're going to start at the root chakra. So, just put your hands over your root chakra. I'm just going to move up quickly. It's a cute little chant to help me remember them. Yes, the soul is androgynous. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's good to hear or good to read, Lola. All right, so I've got my bag of chakra stones. I can't see it. It's on my root chakra. I'm just going to move them up like that, okay? And this hekau is, well, it's on TikTok, Instagram, it be on YouTube. It might be on Bandcamp, but you can remember it. Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. Uh-oh, looks like my phone is about to die. Battery power, so charge it up. I'm not ready to stop. No, it's gonna work. So many wires over here. I'm not complaining. I don't want everything to be wireless. Don't get me wrong. Just a lot of spaghetti. Okay, this is it. Yep, I'll keep my wires for now. Thank you very much. Bought the tape. Okay, I have to go get the tape. I'll be right back. This last 30 minutes are going to be awesome. Okay, so we'll listen to one more section and then we'll go. Just for walks. Yeah, that system's pretty cool. It's eliminates chaos. So if you're feeling good after that instrument, then you just let go of a bunch of chaos. You're feeling lighter. So I have to tape my charger to the phone. So just give me a moment. Not very high tech over here. Okay, how do I do this? I keep saying I'm going to get one of those fancy stands, but I just haven't done it yet. Okay. That should last for the rest of the program. Okay. Okay. I know it's not perfect, but as long as you can hear the music, you don't need to see me. Okay. All right, so let's do that again. So, Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. I love that. Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. One more. Sekhmet Tek O Kepara Sekhmet. Yeah, so that is how I was able to memorize the Kemetic names for the Sepik Bara, because until then I was having a tough time. So if you want to learn them, that's what I recommend. Okay, let's jump back into the teachings. Volume 1, page 157, 158. And again, let me put up the link for the Raseki Temple, because she is doing some great work. Seiki Store. Is it .com or .net? It's either .com or .net. I think it's .com. Seiki Store. Yeah, someday I'd like to be like her. Organized. Okay, so this is from this next selection is from Volume 1, Purdy Maru, Hieroglyph Translations of the Kemetic Book of Coming Forth by Day, also known as the Egyptian Book of the Dead, with trilinear deciphering methods by Dr. Juan Ashby Sebama. You can find more about him and his work at EgyptianYogi.com. Guess I better put that up too. EgyptianYoga.com. Okay, EgyptianYoga.com. And what did I say? And if you want to, if you want to follow along, I have the made a blog post with the teachings and the references. That's at Tchiya.com/Sekhmet ends the world. So I'm going to read the translation, and then I'm just going to offer the music. And this part of the program is improv. I've sung these songs before, read these lyrics. Oh, that's a little too big. And pshaw. I made the words too big. Now I have to make them small again without deleting the whole thing. Can I do that? There, that worked. That's not the whole thing. Wait, one more. You're really not making this easy for me. Okay, one more. Just made it too big. Okay, now on one page. Thank you. All right. Page 157, 158, verses 8 through 10. So I'm going to read the translation first and then offer it as music. Because when I read it, it's like, okay, yeah. But then when I sing the teachings, they like literally go into my body, and I can just feel that I can feel and see the changes in my consciousness. If that hadn't been my experience, I would not be doing this online presentations, because it really works. All right, so here we are, page 157. This one down here. It's got the hieroglyphs. It's got the actual, like phonetic vowel and consonants that we recognize. Then the actual translation, and then his, interpretation, or his guidance with the teachings. Like, you can just read the teachings, or you can apply them to your life and your spiritual journey. So in my mind, in my opinion, that's what his translation is. It's guiding us to enlightenment. It's not just words. I'll jump it up. Okay, so here's the translation. I am the goddess Sekhmet, who sits on the great pedestal of Ma'at, the source of the wind of life of the great heavens, and allows the strength to sustain life and the spiritual strength to attain victory and enlightenment. The ultimate understanding, goddess, and the innermost reality, who is the heart of the souls of Heliopolis, Anu, the site of the first creation, Ra's royal city. As for the words of power, all words spoken against me, the company of gods and goddesses will stand up for me against those negative words that seek to name me as having lived unrighteously. The company of gods and goddesses will stand up for me, united in force on my behalf, due to my faith, virtue, and knowing the wisdom of this chapter. Just so you can see the difference, I'm going to read the literal translation. Come on, phone, just a few more minutes. Try to move this. Feel like I'm in a dollhouse right now. a miniature temple that's 4 feet wide and 4 feet long. Okay, here is the actual literal translation. I am Sekhmet, sit I, person, pedestal, in great wind, the magnanimous heavens. I am Sa, great, the innermost person in the heart of souls in Anu, Heliopolis. As for the Hekau, all words, all spoken again about me, those stand up gods and goddesses about that, they, the company of gods and goddesses together. Okay? So now I'm going to offer that scripture musically. Never played this before, never tried to sing this song. It's totally fresh. And I'm not pleased with this. I guess that's best it's gonna do right now. Okay. All right. Anu Sekhmet hymns. I had him enter. Navata. And Petnuk Tchiya. Bawanu Erekau. Nebedu. Nebjedu. Erasu. Aleteru. Ezein Pauti. Neteru Tendi. Anuk Sekhmet. I had him in Tchiya. And of Ahata. Petnuk Bawanu Ahekau. Nebedu. Nebjedu. Erasu Neteru. Ezein Pauti. Neteru Devdeu. Anuk Sekhmet I had him TRT. In Avata. In Petnuk Tchiya. Bawanu Erakau. Nemetu, Nepjadu, Erasu, Tahanetaru, as they in bounty, Netaru, Demdiu. Anuk Sekhmet hands. I had him MTRT. Navata. In pants looks like Tchiya. Bau anu erekau. Nemetu. Nepjatu. Erasu tahaneteru. Eze in bounty. Neteru demdiu. Never. Gotcha. Yes, this final session of these presentations is songwriting for me. I just let it flow through. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's always wonderful. Okay, and then this one is a little long, so I'm going to have to break it up into two parts because I can't fit it all on one screen. Let's see, where's it fit? I need a page turner. Okay, page. All right, so this is interesting. This section is called "What Does Sekhmet Provide?" And it's got it the highlighted in green. It's hard to read. I'm going to do my best. So here is this is the literal translation, not the transliteration. Speech of mine to them, speech by their His Majesty He, allow go forth I, Goddess. Smite for smite for thee, she, for curses through mountains, death, no eye. Come before or go against on foreign lands, moving form, heteru, by as to goddess, them parted, cause men and women in the desert, said by Majesty Divinity, hey, come in form, peace, heteru, deeds done, said by goddess, has life there gave to me in a Sekhmet power in men and women. Sweet. Okay, so I don't have the beautiful translation from Say by Ma, but I thought this was beautiful. What does Sekhmet provide for us? Protection through from curses, through the mountains, from death. No evil eyes can get us when we're moving in foreign lands. And then it has in big letters here that heteru does not return. I don't really know what that means. Maybe by next year I'll have more information. So let's see, how am I going to split this up? Let's split it up here. Okay, and Rem Tchiya. Okay, that's where I'll split it up. So I'm going to read the first half, and I'm going to sing the first half, and I'm going to turn the page. Let's try this one. Let's see here. Here, Jedin Azin, Jedin Zenuel, Him Abdi Zemara, Cows and K, Sedao Emju and Ari, Kantium Zeru. Oh. See a typo. I want to at least have an idea of what I'm offering. I want to offer the wrong thing. I write these songs and then later on I go listen to them and sing them over and over again. That's what I do. I don't know what you do. That's what I do. Let's see here. Kenti Kasti. Kenti M. Serhu. Kenti. Autocorrect. Strikes again. I don't know. I might just leave this one because I'm not very familiar with this one at all. It doesn't. Yeah, the website didn't come back. So, oh, yeah, I'm just going to leave that one. Leave that one for next year. Yeah, I'm leave that one for last year because I couldn't even really read the English translation. So that's a sign. All right. So with that, thank you for that. I'm start teaching my toddler that one. Very catchy. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, I am in the process of writing my first book on all this, on the chemitones, cosmic sound healing, the headoscopes, 13-month Kemetic ideal astrology system. I'm getting prepared to start teaching the Tefnet Teru Sima Pout yoga posture system, but it's my own version. It's an adaptation. I'm not calling it Tefnet Teru. So I'm writing a book right now. And the book will be the chart with the Kemetic Sefik Bara and the tones, the chakras, the crystals, like all the correspondences. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so that is the end of the teachings for today. I'm going to close out with the Goddess Chant. And I think you can find, I think I did put the Sefik Bara on the Bandcamp page. Just wish I was a lot more organized, but I'm getting there. I'm more organized every day. I have to admit that I'm more organized every day, and I can feel it and I can see it. I know it's working. Okay, so this is a Hekau Dua from the Goddess book, and it was when this is actually the very first Kemetic song I wrote. The Dua Sekhmet, Dua Aset was the first one I wrote after I became initiated. This one I wrote before my initiation because it says that this is from page 78, the ritual of uttering the names of the goddess promotes purity of speech, makaru. The purity was known as makaru in ancient Kemetic terminology. Makaru is the primary objective of every spiritual aspirant. The names may be recited, chanted, or used in song. The art of recital, chanting, and singing the divine names supports the study of the mystical teachings given in the myths related to the various forms of the goddess. Also, it bestows psychic powers on the aspirant, which will allow him or her to achieve great heights of spiritual experience internally and also to perform great works in the world of time and space, the human experience. So you have here this list of the names of the goddesses. And what is it? And if you know me, you'll be like, how am I going to remember all these names? Because I want to invoke this power. How am I going to remember all these names? Bring, this melody came through. It was amazing. And I went to the conference all excited about it. I wanted to sing it for them. I wanted to play it on the piano. And at that time, they didn't know who I was and they didn't know what I was going to say. So they were just like, no, we're just, not. And I kept saying, come on, please. It's just the names right from the book. It's from page 78. I haven't changed anything. And so one of the priests was like, well, we don't have a keyboard here for you, but I have a track that I wrote, a reggae track. Why don't you see if it works? Because I said it's a reggae song. I played it with the Naivinge rhythm. And it fit perfectly. We couldn't believe it. So I got to offer it at the conference right after my initiation. So that was like my musical. I was initiated in the teachings, and then I was initiated in the music. And then that just took off. So here are the translations for the energy, the force of all of them, not one at a time, like Abed is the first one. The divine one, the holy one, the greatest of the gods and goddesses, the queen of all gods, the female Ra, the female Horus, the eye of Ra, the crown of Ra Heru, Sept, opener of the year, lady of the new year, maker of the sunrise, lady of heaven, the light giver of heaven, lady of the north wind, queen of the earth, most mighty one, queen of the south and the north, lady of the solid earth, lady of warmth and fire, benefictress of the Duat, she who is greatly feared in the Duat, the godmother of Heruka-Neket, the mother of the horns of gold, the lady of life, lady of green crops, the green goddess, Uachet, lady of bread, lady of beer, lady of abundance, lady of joy and gladness, lady of love, the maker of kings, lady of the great house, lady of the house of fire, the beautiful goddess, the lady of words of power, lady of the shuttle, daughter of Geb, daughter of Nebuchadnezzar, the child of Nut, wife of Ra, wife of the Lord of the abyss, wife of the Lord of the inundation, the creator of the Nile flood. Wow, it's a powerful chant. And the thing about these chants, or at least when I offer these chants, these hekao, even the sound healing, all the music, I have programmed them all with the intention that even after you stop singing them, or even after this broadcast is over, even after I'm done singing, or even after I'm long gone, the vibrations from these hekao, these sounds, this music will continue to reverberate and resonate and continue to do healing work. Even if I'm not singing it, it's still working in the ether. Like when I'm reciting my intentions and affirmations, even when I, if I say I'm gonna do it for 5 minutes or chant 100 times or whatever, even after I'm done, it's gonna keep going. So this is really powerful chant. Every time you chant it, it's, you just keep getting closer to the goddess. Let's see. I don't know if I've tried it on the heart. Yeah, I don't feel it on this heart. If I had my keyboard, I'd skank it out. Bah, bah, bah. Uh-oh. It's like my device is not charging. Not charging. It says you're charging. Well, it's just a few more minutes in it, so it's got to work. Oops. And let's see, did I put Egyptian yoga up there? Lucky Star. No, I did that. Oops, this one. EgyptianYoga.com. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try something else. I've never tried this before. Play the drum and the system at the same time. Let's see what happens. I don't really know what's going to happen. Apedut mehert aset heteru Mad rinenet meshkenet Sekhmet abud Nebet het amit Nekabed mud That's too much to think about. I tried. I was doing good, and then I just drew a blank. I know this song. I just drew a blank. I was trying to play the drums and the system at the same time, so bear with me. I don't need the lyrics. I think I'm just doing one thing at a time. Will be all right. Apedut mehert aset heteru Mad rinenet meshkenet Sekhmet abud Nebet het amit Nekabed mud Rekat Sekhmet aret batra Sekhmet batra. If you can play the Naibingi rhythm there, that would be great. Apedut mehert aset heteru Mad rinenet meshkenet Sekhmet abud Nebet het amit Nekabed mud Rekat Sekhmet aret batra Sekhmet batra. Apedut mehert aset heteru Mad rinenet meshkenet Sekhmet abud Nebet het amit Nekabed mud Rekat Sekhmet aret batra Sekhmet batra. Apedut mehert aset heteru Mad rinenet meshkenet Sekhmet abud Nebet het amit Nekabed mud Rekat Sekhmet aret batra Sekhmet batra Sekhmet batra Sekhmet batra Sekhmet batra. Hatep. Do a Sekhmet. Do it to all of you for tuning in and sticking around till the end. I wish I could give you a little prize. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Let's see, got more comments. Yes, like the Hakas of the Maori people, the synchronicities. Yes, they're all one culture, many people, many tribes, many villages, many nations, many vibrations, many colors. There's indigenous people that existed on every corner, everywhere. There's indigenous people of the North before Christianity, before the UK, before the Romans, before the Greeks. There was indigenous people living there. Now, it's possible, I believe, that a long time ago, there was black people there, and the environment caused them to turn into what we know as white people. But now, not all white people with the YT, or not all Caucasian people are not all indigenous people from the north, from Europe. Not all of them are race. Some of them are indigenous, trying to hold on to their indigenous traditions, and their people were wiped out by the Christianity and the colonization as well. And so when I talk about one people, one race, the human race, I'm talking about the indigenous people, the four directions. People to the north, they say, the Hopi people say they had the gift of fire. That's why they have the cars and the light bulb. Even though Black people invented these things, they are attributed with the power of the fire. That because of their whatever devastation, it brought people together. You know, it brought all kinds of people together. So that's one good thing they did. They caused people to move about the earth. Maybe they were escaping war, or trying to get away from religious persecution, or they escaped slavery, whatever. Then the people to the east, they say, have the gift of the mind, the meditation yoga, even though that came from Africa too. I see it as a spiral. It started in Africa and it spiraled out. Like, have you seen that image of the Dogon cosmology where Sirius Potola was the first thing created and everything came out of a spiral from Sirius? Well, that's how I feel about the people of the world. It started in Africa, and then one culture, like you said, the Maori. We could talk about the Olmec. We could talk about Buddhism, the Thailand. We could talk about the indigenous people of the north. It just spiraled out, and now everybody's like, my culture is the best. My culture was first. Mine is this. Mine is that. You're no good because you don't look like me, and I say this. I say potato, and you say potato, so da-da-da-da-da. And it's just, so I know I'm ranting and raving. So let me just get off of that. That's my rant for the day. One people, one spiritual nature. We all have spiritual nature, although some people might be clones or artificial intelligence or reptilians. I'm not talking about those people. And we just got to come together. If everyone could just accept the fact that the first people were Black and they lived in Africa, we would get along so much better. That's my opinion. Anyway, back to this presentation. The next transmission from Asmataji Temple Light Being Wellness Center will be a busy weekend. We have the 18th is the full moon. We'll be doing a full moon transmission, cosmic chanting, chanting. The 19th is the Spiral Dance Medicine Wheel, live from Lake Michigan, in honor of the Spiral Dance and the Medicine Wheel. I was just talking about the people of four directions coming together. I make offerings using chants, music, or spiritual technologies from the four directions, and it's very powerful. And then on the 20th, I'll be at Haji Healing Salon all day from 12 to 6 with cosmic chimes and chanting and individual one-on-one sessions. And then Monday, March 21st, Spring Equinox Reggae Music Experience. I haven't had a reggae event in many moons, not since before COVID. And we're going to start doing it because of social distancing, and because it's a yoga studio, the in-house crowd is limited to 20 people. So hopefully we'll have 20 people showing up, and then everyone else can live stream. So I've been working frantically getting that together. I'm going to be posting the links today, hopefully, if not today, tomorrow. And we're asking at $11 is the suggested donation. You can give more, you can give less, but please donate something. So that we can pay for the venue and pay the musicians and pay for the rental vehicle to get the equipment there and to help pay for my internet bill. So that's the goal. And we'd like to do this like once a month. The first set will be something that I don't think has ever been done. If it has been done, let me know, because I want to see it. It's going to be dub music with comedic chants and guided meditation. And it was the drummer's idea. So we're really excited about this. It's going to be great. And then the second set will be my reggae world music set selections. And we have the comedic rock song, Two Roads, And the one I did before, When You Know Nebuchadnezzar, You Know Everything, because that's a reggae song. And I'm going to do a Sade song to reggae. It's going to be special. So when I post a link, please send in your donation. Suggested donation $11, more or less, but not zero. You have to at least give $1. And then the next Ancient African Adorations presentation is March 26th, and that is for the Akus, the light beings. That's going to be wonderful. And I'll give you a little heads up. The name of the yoga, it's not a yoga class. It is a reflective yoga meditation movement experience. You have to be intermediate to participate, because I'm not like going to be calling you, walking you through the postures. I'm just going to be offering the reflections that came along with the Sekhmet single pout system and some hekals while we're in the pose. And the name of this yoga system is Aku Seneb, Light Being Wellness, like the Light Being Wellness Center. So Aku Seneb. So that's going to be awesome. Just getting organized. I'm writing the book. So that's enough rambling. Dua for being here today. I don't know if there's any more comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, I know what else I have to put up. I was about to say one of my friends wants me to come there. I'll come do a solo. I can't bring my bands, but I'm ready to come do it. If you set up some coffee shops, if anyone wants to hear Egyptian music. Thank you, Emperoress Heteru. Thank you for your comment last time about not getting emotionally involved in the Neturian drama. Thank you for that reminder. That's another great idea I had. What I'm going to start doing is, I'm on TikTok, and people want me to do more comedy. They like the teachings and the astrology and the pendulum readings, all that's cool. So I have this idea. Some of the scriptures, like from the Assyrian Resurrection and the Myth of Ra Set and Heteru and Jehuti and Sekhmet, are really funny. If you just like try to tell it to someone in a shortened version. I remember one time I was telling somebody the story of Ra and Set, the part where she had poisoned him. And the people in the room were dying laughing. It was so funny. So that's what I'm going to start doing, is making little skits, and they're going to be funny. So anyway, yes, if you'll set it up, just let me know when I can come. Okay, you got a deal. I'm going to work on that. I have some things on the frying pan right now in the fire, but I will make sure that I make Hawaii on the list, add to the list. Thank you. And I can do reggae too, if they just want to see me playing on my keyboard solo. I prefer with the band though, the reggae. Okay. Well, dua to all of you, and all of you say a big dua to my dog, Sybil, who has patiently waited for me so we can go out in the sun. Dua on poop. Okay, and I know I was going to post. If you really are enjoying these presentations, you are always welcome to leave a donation to Asmadaji Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds at my Cash App. Yes, isn't it a great idea? It's going to be great. They're going to be 3 minutes or less. They'll have music, and then they'll have like the ma'u, the moral of the story. And just, because I see a lot of people post things and they're like some great new age idea brought forth by somebody. I'm like, man, that was written in stone 10, 12,000 years ago. And just people don't realize it. So, okay. Dua Hatap, see you soon. Thank you so much. And if you just tuned in at the end, you can watch the replay. I have never been to my live Are you an author? I'm a songwriter, and I have written a book, and I'm getting ready to write 3 books, because I'm going to also publish the songbook, the book of with all the lyrics. So I am an author, but more of a songwriter, astrologer, sound healer, scientist. I was actually trained to be an galactic astronomer, and I was going to be an astronaut. So I have this whole other side of me that has been dormant while I was healing from the event that led me away from all that. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it and writing a book. You've never been to my lives. Am I an author? Okay. Well, if you can catch all my replays at YouTube. I have astrology transmissions, sound healing transmissions. That's on the Kimatones YouTube channel. And then I have these ancient African adorations on the Tchiya Amet music channel. And the links should be in my link tree. And I'm also starting to write a blog post with the information that I share. And so when you go to the blog post, you'll find the recording of the live stream. I wrote I type out the Kemetic, the Medu I have not typed out the translation. And it's just a matter of timing. Like I used to post really elaborate videos with the lyrics and iconography, and it took forever to edit. And then sometimes it would take 12 hours for them to load onto YouTube. So now I just do it live, no editing, no loading. And I just got the idea to add the blog post. Like I said, I'm getting organized. Starting to write music too, but I have only made 1 song. I need to make more. You never wrote a book. Well, I probably got several decades on you there. I'm 60 years old. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm just now getting organized. The best way to write songs is just for me, on my reggae songs, I was really angry about something, and I would just go play the piano for hours, and then a new song comes out. Or I read some spiritual teachings. Like my reggae songs are spiritual teachings from other directions. I have I have Native American chants put to reggae. I have Buddhist teachings put to reggae. I have African teachings put to reggae. I only have 1 song for the people of the North, and it took a very long time to select that one, and that's Wonderful World, which was made popular by Louis Armstrong. Oh, Tara, I stayed up. I worked maybe 8 hours last night on my website, getting it ready, and I will post the link as soon as it's ready. Like when I'm gonna go walk my dog, and when I get back, I'm gonna be posting it. So thank you so much. It's gonna be fun. Thank you. So you say what you feel. Yeah. Say what I feel. Yeah. Letting me do it. I think and if you have any more questions about wow, it won't even let me in the broadcast YouTube. It's still going on. I don't want to mess it up. It doesn't get saved. So I close out this update. Oh, no. Is that better? Okay, YouTube. I don't know how to end this broadcast. Oh, there we go. Turn it off. Okay, charging now. Okay, now it's charging. Now it will let me turn it off. Okay, well, thank you, YouTube. I'm trying to sign, but something is not happening. Come on. Yeah, the computer is about trying to crash. Okay. Well, this was unexpected. At least it waited till the end. There we go. It's catching up. The clock is still ticking. Well, I'm just going to chant. Om Mamu Rabata. 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 La di da da da. Come on, internet, don't fail me now. That worked. Okay, that page is working. Man, I don't know what's going on here. Well, YouTube, I'm going to have to just let it ride its course. I don't want to just force quit and lose the recording. So I'm not doing anything else. Just waiting for the little wheel to stop spinning. I'm really sorry about this. This was a good program. I don't want to lose it. Well, I guess I have the TikTok version. Back up. 2 hours is too long. Quit. Let's try it. At least it waited to the end. It's not the business. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I'm still here trying to end this broadcast. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Remove obstacles to my success in my spiritual practice. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Lead souls through the narrow pathways to know the difference between real and unreal. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Messenger in heaven and hell. Face black as night, golden as the day. If we wash our mind, night is bright day. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. May I'm Pooh, make my thighs burn, so that I can stand upon them. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. May I'm Pooh, make my thighs burn, so that I can stand upon them. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. I've washed myself in the waters where Andrew washed himself, where he was the officer of embalmer and bandager. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. Oh, I'm Pooh, open the ways. My lips are the lips of Aunt Pooh. 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 Okay. Come on, Aunt Pooh. I'm going to have to take a chance. Force quit. They won't even let me force quit. It's so bad. It's not even. I don't know. It's charging. Force quit. Force quit. This is bizarre. Do I tap? Okay, well, I'm going to have to just shut down the computer and trust that the Nectaru have my back and I will have the recording. Well, you know what? I needed you to be here today, so thank you. Thank you so much. Here we go. So if this recording doesn't get saved, then we have the TikTok recording. So I'm going to just shut down my computer. A tap. Adios. Do a tap. One more time. I'm scared. What about sleep? This is so bizarre. It won't even shut down. Okay, Sekhmet. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this presentation. I am too. I'm going to have to shut it down. I just wish I knew what was going on. What can I do? Okay, there we go. Shut down. Now it won't even let me shut down. The computer won't let me turn it off. It won't let me end the broadcast. The little wheel is spinning, and I'm afraid to shut it down. QBS failed to quit. Yeah, it should still be there. Google Chrome is not responding, of course. Yeah, it should still be there. I'm going to trust that it is. And if not, I have a TikTok version. It won't be as pretty, but it'll have the sounds. Okay, here we go. Shutting her down. Shut down. It won't even shut down. The wheel is still spinning. Heavens to Betsy. I wonder what the origin of that expression is. Okay, well, it's not even letting me shut it down. Let's try force quit. This is so interesting. This is the longest broadcast I've ever had. Okay. Off button. Google Chrome failed to quit and is not responding. Tab.